What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. We're over at Walmart and we've got about $60 worth of groceries. Eddie's been chilling in the car waiting for me. We deposited some cash, bought some groceries, we're loading up, and then we are gonna head back home to Apollo Beach. Back it up. So, all right, we're at the home gym. We're about to do some back. So we're gonna do a pull-up-a-thon, all the different variations of pull-ups. We're also gonna do some gorilla rows, which are with kettlebells. The problem is these are all different weights and you're supposed to alternate. So what I'll do is I'll do them one arm at a time. Basically, you just have the kettlebell all the way on the ground, and then you pull from there. I got my sandals. I actually feel super solid wearing these for workouts, despite being not so stylish. Got my sister's beauty shirt on, and we're gonna get after it. So let's do it. All right, super good workout. Did like super wide grip pull-ups, wide grip pull-ups, standard width pull-ups, close grip pull-ups. And I did that twice through, so that was like 8 or 10 rounds of pull-ups. Did 4 rounds of gorilla rows. Then went and did some low cable rows. Finished off with did some underhand grip pull downs, superset with wide grip pull downs, and then just did some like reverse curls. Just smoked out the biceps at the end for like one final round. And that's it. We're heading back up. Let's get some protein. All right, so I think you guys are starting to get a sense of what this view means. Means we're walking out with some food and some cash. Pretty good Tuesday evening in Hyde Park Village. Got to work with one of my favorites. All right, well, we're back. Sorry, I literally just talked the entire walk back to find out that I accidentally pressed the stop record button. So, don't know exactly what I said. I think I said something about you guys know the look, and I was with the top server, one of my favorites. His name is Scott, and he's awesome. Reminds me of people back home in the south side of Chicago. But we made some good money, about $40 an hour. Not sure if I said this. Kind of might be repeating myself. I had a pretty fun shift. Nonetheless, it's out at about 12:30. We get home after 1 o'clock. Sucks that I gotta either make some food. I got some leftovers, but it's not gonna be enough. What I was saying is I don't like being in a deficit unless I'm purposely fasting, because you're not really getting the huge benefits of fasting then. You're just kind of low in calories. So we're heading back now. And a decent day, but nothing crazy. Got tomorrow and Thursday off. Not sure if I said this in the last clip, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Garrett's mom and grandma are coming into town. They're staying with us. So we got some family coming in. Gonna be chilling, having a good time. Might sit by the pool on Thursday. Other than that, we're gonna get some workouts in. We're gonna build the organization and take it day by day. Pretty much the same shit I say in every video, guys. I mean, it's what vlogs are kind of, my vlogs aren't the typical ones, because I feel like vlogs that you see that are very popular, they have very unique topics to them, because that's like their goal is they're traveling to Bali, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, I'm just documenting my day, my regular life. So that's pretty much it. And we'll kind of go from there. And I'm probably gonna get pulled over now, because I just was filming right in front of a police officer, and we'll see if he comes and gets me. Had the light on and my phone up in the air, and as of now he hasn't pulled out. Holy fuck. I'm sorry. I'm just out. My eyes are always on the road. I'm just recording myself. But I think we're good. Shit, that was kind of scary. I don't like getting pulled over, even though I'm not really doing anything wrong. So, I mean, I am doing something wrong, but you guys get it. I'm not a criminal, I'll tell you that. My days are pretty boring. My life is somewhat boring. Hopefully one day it'll be very exciting, and maybe these videos will change. But as of now, just going to work, working out, hanging with my dog, and that's it. These days will eventually compound. This is something that's interesting. It's something I was thinking about. I was going to start asking AI, like, you know, I'm 28. When is like that point of where, not that every dollar doesn't count, every dollar does matter and everything, but there's got to be a part in your life where, you know, like right now when you're young, like putting away every dollar matters big time, because it's like every dollar is like $12 with, you know, compounding and time on your hands. Whereas when you are 60, you know, if you put $1 into the stock market at 60, you know, it may only turn into $2 or $3 by the time, you know, you're 70, 80, you know. So I'm curious to, like, when's that tipping point? You know, is it 55, you know, or is it, you know, you've got all the way to 87? Like, where's that kind of number? And I know there's a lot of factors to it, but I'm kind of thinking, because I like to figure out where that part is, because I want to push maybe ultimately as hard as I possibly can and really put away every dollar that I can up until that point, so that I know I'm maximizing my time and my lifespan as far as financials go. Because let's say that number is 34. I'm not saying I'm going to shut it down after 34, but, like, you know, it just maybe more conscious of, like, hey, not every, you know, maybe switch your focus, you know, more towards health, more towards other things, you know. So just something that was going through my mind. I don't think it's 34. I think you have lots of more time. I think somewhere in the 50s would make more sense. We're following the Fibonacci sequence, 21, 34, 55, you know, so I'm kind of thinking somewhere around there. 55 takes you, what, to 89? You know, 89, it's like, luckily if you get to live to 89, you're a beast. So I want to live to 200. I hope I could live forever, but you know, God only knows. But my point is basically use compounding wealth to your advantage. So I think right now it's very important to push, and I take every dollar and I'm deploying it into investments, and anything, I'm like pushing off bills and everything towards the end, whereas most people do it in reverse. They pay their bills, all their debt, all these things, and then they put some into investments, whatever left over. I put 100% damn near into my investments, and then I barely scrap by to pay bills, pretty much. Because in the end of the day, it's like, it's just a bill, and, you know, these debts and all that, it's like you're not criminally going to be thrown into jail if you don't pay your phone bill. You're just going to lose service. So, like, for example, the last few days, my phone was basically off, minus on Wi-Fi, and, you know, some people couldn't get in hold of me, but I'm like, dude, what would I care? Like, okay, 3-4 days went by without me being able to make perfect phone calls at all times, you know, but it's because my focus was to get my investments into everything. So, not that I didn't have $30 to pay the phone bill, it's just, I'm in no rush to pay bills, and I'm in no rush to pay debt. And I think people are weird like that. They get a bill or a collection or something like that, and it's like they just want to pay it off to get it off the top of their mind. And it's like, who gives a shit, dude? Don't have an ego. And I think people have egos to stuff like that, and they're kind of just not focused in on what's important. So if anything is hurting your reputation, obviously you don't want that to happen. If you're going to be criminally liable, you don't want that to happen. But when it comes down to order of operation, or order of, like, payments, or order of investments, you got to be pretty strategic and always put yourself first. Don't put fucking T-Mobile first. Don't put JP Morgan first, or in your credit cards. You know, like, I'm not saying miss payments, but, like, don't miss payments into your brokerage account either. You know, don't miss deposits. You know, people will not deposit and not, you know, put money into their investments because they wanted to pay a bill first. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're going to find a way to go make more money. You always will. So always put your back against the wall, put all your money into investments, and then you're like, oh shit, I need $30 for my phone bill. Well, guess what? All of a sudden somebody put up a shift for work. You're gonna take it because you need that $30 for your phone because you like being on your phone. So that's how my mind goes, guys. Do whatever you please, but I'm telling you, it works. And I wouldn't say I've always been like this. It's definitely been more lately. Now it's more like pedal to the metal. Whereas before, I would say I was like this right at the end of COVID when I was working at OPA a lot. It was like I'd make my money, I'd pull into Chase, deposit. It was like right when I started my Robinhood account, right when I started Coinbase in 2021. It was like I was trying to put every dollar that I could. You know, I wouldn't say to this degree. I was probably like, all right, I'd put 50% of it. You know, people would tell you like 5%, 10% of your like paycheck, and I was doing like 50%. I thought it was crazy, and now I'm literally doing 99% of everything I make right into it. And I've only been doing this for the last, you know, pretty much since I've been in meat market. So don't think like I've been doing this for a while. But this year is gonna really make a stride because crypto's going down, and I'm gonna continue to be able to hopefully get some good buy-ins and just keep compounding things. So anyways, this was a long talk. I do like being able to spit out some of these stuff because not that I like making these vlogs a little bit longer, but they have a little bit more substance than just, all right guys, I'm at the gym, cool, I'll see you guys at the next place. All right guys, I'm at the diner, cool, see you tomorrow. You know, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, I don't think you guys, or even myself when I'm viewing this in the future, I don't think it's just cool to see like, all right, sweet man, you're at the gas station, like, awesome. No, it's more of like, what was your mind like in that moment, and what was your strategy in that moment, and why? You know, so I think that'll be a little bit more important to film. With that being said, these videos, dude, you're like 2 months behind, bro. Like, get editing and start posting this shit. Get back caught up, man. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, and when, I'm talking you as the viewer, but the next time myself, you, Alec, are watching this, bro, don't get behind like this, you know? If you're gonna do something, do it great, man. Quit fucking pedal to the metal and everything, pal. Come on. So anyways, pedal to the metal, to the road now. We gotta drive home. Let's get some food, and let's get a good night's sleep. We're gonna hit, definitely gonna read tonight, the Bible. I've been slacking the last 2 nights. Haven't read. I gotta get back to, I don't know why I've been like 3-4 days a week, and it's just, I think it's because I get home and I'm tired. So, you know, I shouldn't use that excuse. I just really need to, like, as soon as I open it up, I get going, but I need to figure out something that's going to allow me to keep doing it every night. Or maybe I need to switch shit to doing it during the day when I know I'm going to be working. But got to figure out a strategy. So, because I'm falling behind on where it should be, the goal is to read the whole Bible by the end of the year. And it's roughly only 5 pages a day. But if you miss a few days, then you're going to start having to catch up. And reading 15 pages of the Bible in one night is not easy because, one, the font is very small. There's a lot of words, and it's very complex. And I like to decipher everything and analyze everything that I'm reading pretty deeply. You know, I look at things at, I think, angles that most people don't. So it takes some time. So got to figure out, you know, the right strategy. But hey, this is the first time of me, you know, one, reading. I don't read books, let alone any books. So the fact that I'm even doing the Bible is fantastic, and I'm excited to keep continuing it. I'm in Deuteronomy right now. Before that, Numbers. I was not a big fan of Numbers. I think it was just a lot of data and stuff like that. Wasn't too interesting. The first 2 books, Genesis and oh man, why was after Genesis? I don't know. But either way, it was my first time around with it, so can't wait to go through it this entire year. And then I'm very excited to read it again, you know, in the future, and like kind of just like, wow, like now that I'm reading this a second time, you might have a different perspective. You might, you know, like a new book than you did the last one. Like, I don't know. So I don't read books. I did listen to audiobooks back in the day pretty often. I fell off on those, which I'd like to, but what I was doing is when I was driving a lot, I would listen to audiobooks, but now I kind of like silence and like it's just the moments to myself, whereas I kind of like to be able to shut off my brain a little bit. I feel like back in the day I was just like always on, and just it fucking drove me nuts because I was just always taking in so much, consuming, which I think I just have to find the right times too. So also could be excuses, you know, so got to figure out which ones are excuses and which ones are good strategies. Anyways, driving past a huge marathon plant. You guys can see over here. Marathon's a pretty good investment, I believe. You can take it or leave it. Anyways, this is the road back. Pretty industrial, pretty hillbilly, to be honest. Gibsonton, you know, right before Apollo Beach is pretty interesting. A lot of motels, a lot of mobile homes, stuff like that, and it's just an interesting way to live, I think. I don't think they're bad people. I don't think it's ghetto. I just think it's very simple, and simple could be great. So it's funny. It's something I've even thought. I'm like, man, could I just like do a place for $500 a month? You know, a little one bedroom or like a little mobile home, like something so simple. And like the answer is yes, I definitely think I could. I'm a very simple guy. I could sleep on the floor now. Like it's literally don't need a blanket. I don't need a pillow. I could literally just put my arm. Like all I need is Addison, to be honest with you. Addison will keep me warm and we'd be good. We have each other. Which is funny because back in the day when I was young, I couldn't even sleep over at my friend's house. You know how many times at the end of the night I would freaking have to like, I'd make up some bullshit to have my parents come pick me up or something of that nature. So I just like always needed, I needed to have my pillow, my blanket. Like I was a fucking softie. And I think it's just funny how I've changed. I think it's from everything I've gone through the last few years, from seeing life and death to being put in crazy sleeping situations. I had to sleep in my car. I had to go sleep at a motel, a hotel, back in my car again, back in my car, lost my car, got my car back. Like, dude, I've had crazy ride, you know, the last few years, and it's toughened me up big time. I'm super thankful for it, despite all of it. Super thankful for everything that I went through, because now I'm a whole new man, and I'm gonna take myself to the next level because of it. Not that if you can sleep on the ground without a pillow, you're anything special. I just think that if you call your parents in the middle of the night because you're scared to sleep at your best friend's house, you're a soft little bitch. So that's what I was growing up, and I don't want to be like that anymore, and I'm not. And excited to become a new man. And you guys can't see me anymore, so we will check you back at the apartment. Peace.